Mr. Platano Man here, and I'm gonna talk about the new story that WWE has purchased TNA's video library. Now, I predicted that this was gonna happen as soon as they started using the more popular names of wrestlers. I believe it was when they signed James Storm to NXT. They started calling him James Storm. Then they got Samoa Joe, called him Samoa Joe. Austin Aries. As soon as they started doing this, I had a feeling that they were doing it so that they can set up them having that video library in the future, so that fans aren't confused and have to go through different gimmick names and all this other stuff just to understand which wrestler is doing what. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again. WWE using all of these TNA guys like AJ Styles, Eric Young, Bobby Roode, Xavier Woods, even Rhino, because Rhino did as much years in TNA as WWE, Team 3D. It validates TNA's legacy. It validates TNA's history. The same way when CM Punk and Daniel Bryan were on top of WWE, it validated ROH, and now Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens and Antonio Cesaro. The same way all of those guys validate ROH and show that ROH is valid. WWE purchasing this footage shows it makes TNA immortal, basically. It makes it live forever. TNA, it's gonna be crazy. A lot of people don't understand the rich history that TNA has and some of the matches they've had, like the Steiner Brothers versus Team 3D, Kurt Angle versus Sting, Jeff Hardy versus Sting. It had a unique way of blending a bunch of legends from WCW with WWF legends. A bunch of feuds that really didn't happen anywhere else. We had the Hardcore Justice Evolution EV 2.0, which had a pretty good card. Jerry Lynn versus RVD. That's another ECW one night stand. We have Ric Flair teaming up with AJ Styles against Hulk Hogan and Abyss. We have Hulk Hogan versus Sting at Bound for Glory. There's going to be so much footage. The reason a lot of footage that we love from the Attitude Era and from WCW and all that stuff, the reason it's such, it's on a larger scheme of things is because it's been broken down in documentaries and we've analyzed it and we've looked at the history. I've already done that. I have so many TNA DVDs. I can't, if I just grab a random one, look, Lockdown 2006, TNA Greatest Moments. I'm just curious to see what else I could just come across. Alright, I got 2 coming up right now. Actually 3, one more. Alright, look at this. This is going to be on the WWE Network. Sting versus Cactus Jack at Lockdown. Look at this card. Team Angle, which was Main Event Mafia, Kurt Angle, Kevin Nash, Booker T, and Scott Steiner versus Jeff Jarrett, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and Daniels. Then Team 3D versus Beer Money. Suicide versus Jay Lethal, Consequences Creed, which is Xavier Woods, Sheik Abdul-Bashir, Awesome Khan, Julian Love, Taylor Will, Abyss. Basically, most of TNA original stars are ending up in WWE. And the rest of the roster was former WWE guys. We got Christian Cage versus Kurt Angle for the title, AJ Styles and Tom Cole for the tag champions, Bound for Glory, Consequences Creed, and R-Truth. That's Xavier Woods and R-Truth versus AJ Styles and Tom Cole. All WWE guys. Cross the Line Triple Threat Pack. This alone has the beginning of the Hogan era, which features Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles with Ric Flair in AJ's corner. Look at this book that I have. This is from like '08. Let me go to the page that shows the history of TNA. Alright, we got Harley Race, Terry Funk, AJ Styles, and Low Key down there. Ricky Steamboat, A bunch of Dusty Rhodes footage is gonna hit the network. DDP. Just about anybody. Look at this epic King of the Mountain match. Samoa Joe throwing AJ Styles to the table. Kurt Angle watching on. Kurt Angle becoming the first TNA World Heavyweight Champion. TNA is immortalized by WWE purchasing its video library. Nobody could ever say the rise and fall of TNA because a lot of people, the same way ECW became immortal by WWE purchasing them and stuff, a lot of people are going to now know TNA through their rich history of matches, and a lot of people are gonna, it might create a cult following from the casual fans that are just like fucking, they became ECW marks for no reason, even though they never liked ECW a day in their life, but they became marks. Some people might become TNA marks over the footage. Look at this. Buff Bagwell, Macho Man, DDP, Perry Saturn, Rowdy Piper, God rest his soul, Jake the Snake, D'Lo Brown, Snuka, Sean Waltman, Ken Shamrock, Jeff Jarrett, Sandman, and then TNA today, well, at this time, Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Christian Cage, Rhino. Imagine that. If a lot of you, if you haven't seen Rhino versus Christian, Bound for Glory 06, that's a really good story. All this stuff, the final deletion, all that stuff might be on the network soon. Look, Motor City Machine Guns autograph. I'm telling you, there's so much content to swallow up. This is just random stuff that I just came across. Mick Foley's autograph. Angelina, the Knockouts. Awesome Calm, Tara, Mickey James. Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy, Immortal Fortune. Now, you know what this means? Those Kurt Angle, AJ Styles matches are going to be worldwide known. All those Monster Ball matches, Abyss is going to be worldwide known. TNA just became immortalized. And I knew TNA was planning this. Back in 07, when Sting and Kurt Angle faced off at Bound for Glory, and I started looking at all these legendary cards that they're putting together, I was like, they know what they're doing. Even though people wanted to see AJ Styles and all these people at the top of the company at the time, they were creating these legendary matchups that were going to gain worth one day. Sorry that I'm moving around here, but you get the point. All I know is that TNA is not going to be immortalized. There's so many storylines people don't know about. Eric Young, Bobby Lashley, the rest. You know how many? Everybody keeps saying that, oh, the only thing that's worth anything in this library is the AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode matches. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? There's CM Punk matches in TNA's video library. There's even a Dean Ambrose match in TNA's library. The Hardys, Austin Aries, Suicide, Daniels, Bad Influence, Kurt Angle, Christian, Scott Steiner, LAX. Come on, man. It's going to be crazy. The bromance, everything. It's just going to blow up out of proportion. And whatever Billy Corgan creates is going to have some buzz going with it already because WWE is going to milk the shit out of this. Mick Foley busted his ass. Mick Foley and Ric Flair actually killed each other in the TNA match. All those things are going to be exploited. The rest of Ric Flair's career, the rest of Mr. Perfect's career, some Macho Man footage. Come on, man. There's so much content there. And people underestimate it. That's 14 years worth of content. And Main Event Mafia, don't be surprised if Main Event Mafia, like now, some of those are going to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. I could see Main Event Mafia being inducted. I could see Team Canada, like shit like that. Like, you just never know, man. Anyways, subscribe. I guess I'll talk wrestling when I get the chance. I've been loving wrestling. I've been enjoying WWE and TNA more than I ever have in some regards. Because I could watch the old stuff and enjoy the current product. WWE is amazing. It's amazing right now. So is TNA. And it's about to get even better with all this old footage. I knew this would happen. It's going to be amazing. And like I said, nobody can ever shit on TNA anymore because they can't say, oh, WWE doesn't notice them. Well, their world champion is AJ Styles right now. Xavier Woods is a tag champ. And they just purchased their video library and they're going to milk the shit out of it. TNA is going to be immortalized. I wonder how the casual fans are going to react to the six-sided ring. Oh man, there's going to be countdowns, everything. Just imagine. They could even do a storyline probably, a Raw Invasion. I don't know, man. This is going to be crazy. I thought I had to wait years for this. And this is the best solution where TNA's not going to die. TNA's going to live on through Billy Corgan. And now it's going to gain even more popularity through WWE. It's going to live on forever. Everybody thinks this is them losing. How is this them losing? All that epic TNA footage, although they won't gain money from it, they've definitely left their mark in the wrestling business. And a lot of people didn't think that was going to be possible after WCW and WWF. But TNA officially is as official as any other company in the world. They really just purchased their video library and they're going to milk the shit out of it and talk about it and reference it in interviews and promos and commentary. Like, they're just gonna, now they're gonna praise a lot about it. Back then they were talking shit. Now they're gonna have entire documentaries about the X Division or the Asylum, Six Sides of Steel. And you never know what kind of stuff they'll bring back, just like they brought back the Great American Bash and the other stuff they brought it back to WWE. You never know if they bring back certain TNA things back, or they try to have a TNA one night stand. Picture that card: Austin Aries, Samoa Joe, Xavier Woods, R-Truth, Rhino, Sting, Kurt Angle. It's gonna be crazy. Bobby Roode, Eric Young. And stop sleeping on Eric Young, man. He's amazing. Anyways, thanks for watching. Follow my music channel, Music New Era, New Era Scorpio, Music New Era on Instagram, and follow my gaming channel, Black on the Games Network. Thanks for watching.